Okay. Huh? I'm mainly here talking on the status and performance of timber industry. The state timber industry has experienced a downturn trend since early 2020. Tight supply of logs, rising costs of production, uncompetitive pricing, trade barriers such as imposition of the anti-dumping on our plywood products into South Korea, and uncertainties of market and world economy are among factors that have affected the timber industry. The global outbreak of COVID-19 has further aggravated the performance of the timber industry that restricted the timber industry's operation, complying to the movement control order and standard operating procedures. The pandemic has disrupted production of mills, supply and demand of timber and timber products in domestic and overseas markets, as importing countries were also experiencing similar situation. Licensed timber mills. Total number of licensed timber mills reduced by 6% from 406 mills in January to June 2019 to 382 mills in January to June 2020. Installed capacity, total mill capacity dropped from by 17% from 8.3 million cubic meters a year in January 2020 to 6.9 million cubic meters in September 2020. Plywood mill capacity dropped by 17% from 3.5 million cubic meters per year to 2.9 million cubic meters in January to September 2020. Sawmill capacity decreased from 3.6 million cubic meters per year to 3.1 million cubic meters in January to September 2020. Veneer mill capacity declined from 1.3 million cubic meters per year to 0.8 million cubic meters a year in January to September 2020. Production of mill. Plywood declined by 24% from 1.09 million cubic meters in January to September 2019 to 0.83 million cubic meters in the same period for the year 2020. Sawn timber dropped by 31% from 354,076 million cubic meters to 246,053 million cubic meters during the same period. Veneer reduced by 34% from 241,413 cubic meters to 158,351 million cubic meters. Number of workers directly employed in the timber industry. This is mainly on the downstream. Reduced by 18% from 27,532 people in January 2020 to 22,647 in June 2020. This is mainly on the downstream, does not include upstreams. Local workers reduced by 11%, from 6,807 to 6,042. Foreign workers reduced by 24%, from 20,726 to 15,768. Export earning until third quarter 2022. Sarawak total export earnings of timber and timber products until the third quarter, that is from January to September 2020, decreased by 19% to RM 2.81 billion compared to RM 3.47 billion in the same period in 2019. The total export earnings for the whole of 2020 is forecasted to drop to about RM 3.75 billion compared to RM 4.5 billion in 2019. Export earnings of major timber product from January to September 2020 are plywood, log, sawn timber, paper board, veneer, particle board, laminated board, flooring, wood chips, molding, dowel, furniture and furniture parts, and the others. So, of course, the biggest is earning is through the sale of plywood. Even then, it is it's all reduced because of the pandemics of COVID-19. Major market. The major market are Japan, which accounted for 49% or RM 1.37 billion of the total export, followed by Middle East countries, 10%, about RM 290 million, India 8%, about RM 226 million, Taiwan 8%, about RM 217 million, and South Korea 6%, about RM 155 million. Malaysia has lost its market position to Indonesia in terms of plywood import into Japan this year. So we are overtaken by Indonesia. Initiative to promote high value add product and industry for Sarawak. Industry players need to re-strategize their action plan, focusing on higher productivity and going for less wastage, retooling digital technology, utilization of planted species, among others, to encourage utilization of plywood for manufacturing of furniture, flooring, and those through extensions of existing plywood operation and establishments of mills, R&D on enhancements of utilization of planted timber species for production of high value add products, establishments of bamboo plantation and development of bamboo-based industry, establishment of furniture park in Kuching and Tanjung Manis, establishments of furniture testing lab, establishments of Sarawak Design Center to promote design, innovation and creativity. Sarawak Timber Industry Master Plan. The Timber Industry Master Plan will chart the directions of the forestry and timber industry in Sarawak, focusing on planted forests as a main source of raw material to promote new investment in new wood-based industry, production of high value-added products, and advancements in timber industry, adoption of advanced technology and automation in timber industry in order to achieve high recovery rate, high productivity, cost efficiency, and enhance competitiveness. To enhance R&D initiative and collaboration in planted forest implementation and in product development. To develop infrastructure and improve logistics to support the growth and development of high value added product timber industry. In line with the state post COVID-19 Sarawak Economic Action Council and RM12 measured the end target to achieve export earnings of RM 8 billion by the year 2030 through this timber industry. Yeah, that's all. Yeah, okay. This one is already here. Yeah. All right. Okay, thank you very much. Yeah.
Amar, the timber industry master plan, is it implemented already?
No, not yet. We have engaged a consultant to do the study for us, to come up with the timber master plan study. And in this meeting, today's meeting, we are briefed by the consultant, and we have to look into all those the recommendation, and we have to form a committee to look into all the recommendation.
Even though we have lost our market to Japan, but do Sarawak has a master plan for specifically that manufacture back to Japan plywood product?
Say again?
Plywood product import to Japan, right?
Yeah.
We have a strategic plan to capture it back from Indonesia.
Well, the most important thing is, of course, our industry players themselves. They have to improve their efficiency in terms of increasing their production capacity, and also on the efficiency. The cost of production is very important. And we are actually at the advantage because the raw material is closer to us. We have, even though the raw material from the natural forest has declined, but we have this planted forest. The tree production from the planted forest has increased significantly. The only thing is for all those who are involved in this industry, they need to make some adjustment in their operation because in terms of the size from the natural forest compared to the planted forest is actually different. It is smaller in terms of size from the planted forest. So in order to utilize all this fully, then they have to retool their operation. They have to make readjustment to their operation. So go for efficiency, go for high technology, and then we can reduce the cost of production. Then we can recapture our market, which is traditionally our straw market. All right.
So how soon will this master plan can be?
Yeah, we have to study it very carefully, and we will engage all the relevant agencies and the stakeholders. Well, we are at our quality, our plywood quality is a very superior, much superior than the plywood produced from other countries. It's very much superior.
Consultant ada any from foreign countries we get?
Oh yeah.
From which country?
Yeah, I don't know which.
Australia.
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 Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, cukup lah. Okay, thank you very much.